Once upon a time, in a peaceful meadow surrounded by a thick, enchanted forest, there lived a small, brave rabbit named Benny. Benny was known throughout the meadow for his curiosity and adventurous spirit. He loved to explore the forest, always hoping to find something magical. One sunny morning, Benny hopped further into the forest than ever before. As he ventured deeper, he stumbled upon a hidden path covered in vines. With a twitch of his nose and a flick of his ears, Benny decided to follow the path. It led him to a magnificent garden unlike any he had ever seen. The garden was filled with flowers of every color, sparkling with dew that glimmered like diamonds. In the center of the garden stood a large, ancient tree with a trunk as wide as Benny's burrow. Intrigued, Benny hopped closer to the tree. As he approached, a gentle voice whispered through the leaves. "Welcome, brave rabbit," the voice said. Benny looked around, his whiskers twitching in curiosity. From behind the tree, a tiny fairy emerged, her wings shimmering in the sunlight. "I am Lila, the guardian of this magical garden," she said. "You have shown great courage to venture this far, and I need your help." Benny, ever eager for adventure, nodded eagerly. "What can I do to help, Lila?" Lila explained that the garden was in danger. The magical tree in the center, known as the Tree of Life, had started to wither. Its magic was fading because a dark spell had been cast on it by the wicked sorcerer, Grimwald. To save the garden, Benny had to find 3 enchanted items: the Pearl of Purity, the Emerald Leaf, and the Sapphire Dewdrop. Lila handed Benny a small, silver amulet. "This will guide you on your quest," she said. "Trust in your heart, and you will succeed." With a determined hop, Benny set off on his quest. The amulet glowed softly, leading him to the first item, the Pearl of Purity. Benny found himself at the edge of a clear, tranquil pond. At its center, on a lily pad, lay the Pearl of Purity, shining brightly. But the pond was guarded by a giant frog, its eyes gleaming with wisdom. "To take the pearl," the frog croaked, "you must answer a riddle. What is more precious than gold, but cannot be bought or sold?" Benny thought for a moment and then replied, "A friend." The frog smiled and allowed Benny to take the pearl. With the first item in his pouch, Benny followed the amulet's light to the next destination, the Whispering Woods. There, hidden among the dense foliage, was the Emerald Leaf. As Benny entered the woods, he heard soft whispers all around him. The trees themselves seemed to speak, warning him of Grimwald's traps. Benny moved cautiously, his ears perked up. Finally, he found the emerald leaf high up in a tree, glowing green and vibrant. Just as Benny was about to climb, a sly fox appeared, blocking his path. To earn the leaf, the fox said slyly, "You must show kindness. Help someone in need, and it will be yours." Benny looked around and saw a baby bird on the ground, unable to fly. He gently picked up the bird and placed it back in its nest. The fox, impressed by Benny's kindness, vanished, allowing Benny to take the emerald leaf. With 2 items secured, Benny hurried towards the final destination, the crystal cave, where the sapphire dewdrop was hidden. The cave was dark and cold, with crystals jutting out from every surface, reflecting eerie light. At the very end of the cave, Benny saw the sapphire dewdrop, hanging from a crystal. The cave was guarded by a giant spider, its eyes glowing menacingly. To take the dewdrop, the spider hissed, "You must face your greatest fear." Benny trembled, for he was afraid of the dark. Summoning all his courage, he stepped into the shadows, feeling his way towards the dewdrop. With each step, his fear lessened, and his determination grew. Finally, he reached the sapphire dewdrop and carefully took it. With all 3 enchanted items, Benny raced back to the magical garden. Lila greeted him with a radiant smile. "You have done well, brave Benny. Now, place the items at the roots of the Tree of Life." Benny did as instructed. The Pearl of Purity, the Emerald Leaf, and the Sapphire Dewdrop began to glow, their light intertwining and flowing into the tree. Slowly, the Tree of Life began to revive, its leaves turning green and its trunk regaining strength. The garden flourished, the flowers blooming brighter than ever. Lila touched Benny's nose with her tiny hand. Thank you, Benny. You have saved the garden and restored its magic. You truly are a brave and kind-hearted rabbit." Benny beamed with pride. From that day on, he was known as the hero of the magical garden. The villagers of Meadowbrook celebrated his bravery and kindness, and the garden remained a place of wonder and beauty for all to enjoy. And so, Benny lived happily ever after, always ready for new adventures and always guided by his brave and kind heart.